Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Yes, indeed, a brand new day of general irritation. I filled my lower denture plate, and I hate talking about my dentures. Sorry about that. But I filled my lower plate with dental adhesive, sat there, ground my teeth like this for 30 seconds to make sure that they'd be held down. The very moment that I opened my mouth, my cheeks brushed up against the denture plate, and poink, up it came. Thumbs up. Glad I'm spending all that money and using like 4 times as much dental adhesive as I'm supposed to, just to have it not even hold as well as well, like I'm using nothing. I mean, it's starting to work better now. Yay. Because otherwise I have to use my lips and tongue as I'm talking to hold my denture plate down. Yeah, I hate having dentures. I feel like a monster. But that's okay. That is okay. What I wanted to do was talk about and show a demonstration. I don't have any spoons. This is the spoon theory I'm going to show you. And it's the plastic fork theory today. But somebody had been talking with one of their friends, and they had a chronic illness, and they said, what's it like to have a chronic illness? What's it like to how do you go through a day? She told her about the spoon theory, which is, you know, if you're a normal person with no chronic issues, you have 50, 75 spoons to spend during the day. They were at a restaurant, so she just gathered up a whole bunch of spoons until she had a handful of spoons. Then she said, this is how many spoons I have during a day. You've got like 50, 75, 100 spoons to go through your day. And everything you do uses up one of these spoons. So, in this case, here's the plastic fork theory. If I can get them nicely held together again in a nice stack. This is 15 plastic forks. This is how many plastic forks I have to spend during the day. This is my energy. As a normal person, you have this many, 48, possibly 2 boxes depending on your youth. Every time you do something, you use up a plastic fork. And this shows why it's so hard for me to actually do as many videos for my channel as I'd like to. But you've got this many forks in this case, to spend during your day. I mean, when I wake up, I've got this many forks. Now, whether I lay in bed or get up, it's going to take a fork because it hurts to lay in bed once I'm awake. I've got to get up because I'm just hurting myself to lay in bed. So lay in bed or get up, there's 1 fork gone. So now I've got 14 forks to spend. Now I'm going to be making videos today, so I'm going to vlog and I'm going to do a reaction, and there's 3 forks gone. Whoopsie, dropping stuff. I'm dropping stuff everywhere today. So I've only got this many forks left. And I want to like go out and take a walk. Well, that's at least 3 forks. So I've got this many forks left, and if I have to take a shower, that's 3 forks. So I've got this much energy left to try and spend on my day. Well, I've got a game video I've got to do and edit that. Well, and I got to go eat. Suddenly I got 3 forks left to spend for the rest of the day. You've still got a box. I've got to carefully decide, what am I going to do with the rest of my forks? Am I going to play a game? Am I going to go and try and record a 4th video, one for my game channel? Uh-oh. That doesn't leave me but one of these to do the rest of everything during a day. You still got a whole box of 30 plus forks to spend. I've got 1. I'd love to do a lot of stuff. I've only got 1 fork left. It makes it very, very tough. That's where your energy goes when you have a chronic draining illness. And fibromyalgia, my back injuries, oy vey, it is not good. I have next to no energy. It is I have to push to get stuff done. And I'm glad to do it. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, life is life. We all have our crosses to bear. We all have issues we have to fight through. This is what I have to do. With fibro, my back injuries, my depression, it's heavy duty. Now, I'm not even sure that going to a therapist for 40 weeks is going to be perfect. I was diagnosed with depression when I was 22 years old in the Air Force, and it was debilitating back then. That's when we discovered I have a 2-week cycle. So I'm trying to make sure my chair is pointing forward so that my spine isn't like having my lower body go this way, my upper body face that way, and then having to turn my head for the camera, because that happens a lot. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm actually aligned. I got scoliosis on top of everything else, so my spine, especially up between my shoulder blades, has a lot of twists in it. If your spine goes like this and these are your vertebrae, you know, that's fine, that's good, that's the way your back is supposed to be. Mine kind of twists and does that inside, and so this shoulder here is thrust forward all the time. It's very tough. I can pull it back, but if I pull it back to where it's supposed to be, after a very short period of time, this whole arm goes numb. So thumbs up on top of that. But yeah, so I've been, I mean, I'm going to therapy for help because my depression had reached a very, very bad point. And it still is. It's going to still be in, not free fall, but in still a slowing angle of fall, and then hopefully I'll be able to bring it upward. I know I'm not going to be able to fix it entirely. I have been untreated in my depression through most of my life. I've taken like amitriptyline for a long time, and for a while I took Prozac, and then I was taking Wellbutrin, and then there was a couple others. Can't remember what they were. There was one of them, I can't remember what it's called, but it is of a family of drug that is, if I take it, my bladder gets paralyzed. That's fun. I discovered that the hard way. They put me on this antidepressant, and I started having difficulty urinating. And then one day after I took it, I could no longer urinate. Oops. No matter how badly I had to go, and that was not good. We almost had to take me to the hospital to get catheterized. But I realized, okay, the one big change I've had going on is that antidepressant. I stopped taking it. It went out of my system in time enough that I didn't have to be hospitalized. I was able to start urinating properly, but that family of chemical paralyzes my bladder. Thumbs up on that. Yeah, so I don't know that I'm going to be able to get fixed with therapy and depression. Mostly what I've been trying to do is keep it from the free fall that I've been in. I mean, you guys, YouTube, you here, you people, you have been an incredible, incredible help. If it hadn't been for YouTube, this channel, you people watching, I probably would not be anywhere near the state I am in now, or even alive. After all, after the death of my wife, I can barely recall what I did for 9 months after the death of my wife because I didn't do anything. I sat in a chair in my house, did the things that I had to do, like I was trying to fight with Wells Fargo to keep my house until they did a bunch of illegal stuff and took my house anyway. But I was doing that, but that would take like maybe an hour a day. And not even every day. The rest of the time I sat in a chair 18 hours a day, just reading, doing nothing else. Just sitting there and reading, waiting to die myself. But after I started to really feel myself drift and go away, I got terrified and reached out for the only lifeline that I could find, and it was YouTube. And you got me out of my head, into the world, dealing with the world and people. And thank you so very much. I'm alive because of you, and I appreciate that to no end. Thumbs up. But yeah, that's why it's so hard for me. I fall asleep during the daytime. You wouldn't think that making videos would be stressful or use up a lot of energy. I have got to clean up. I mean, it's not even a terrible mess, but everything has just been falling onto the floor. And it's really freaking irritating. I got a table right over there, and stuff has been falling onto the floor. Falling, not even because there's stuff pushing it, but because I'll set something over and be a little clumsy, and then it'll fall, and as it falls, it takes 2 or 3 other things with it. And it's like, Jesus Christ, all of the floors is getting covered down there with everything that's just not supposed to be on the floor, but it's just been doing suicide plunges. If it was hamsters, it would be a suicide plunge. That is why little Squeak Jr. died. She threw herself off of my recliner downstairs, and I was too slow. I only noticed that she was trying to get down when she was almost flinging herself off. And then when I tried to grab her, that startled her, and she threw herself down. And she went straight down, nose missile, straight line from nose to tip of tail. And when that happens, it's, well, spinal compression. They just go in a straight line, thunk, and that smushes their spine. And she was paralyzed, completely paralyzed, could not move for 45 minutes. For 2 weeks after that, she never moved properly. And then she continued not being right. And then because hamsters are so easy to stress out, she was so stressed out from her injury that she got wet tail and died. I can't even remember why I brought her up, but because once again, my bread trail, my breadcrumb, my conversational breadcrumb trail, blah, as I have difficulty speaking just basic English, has been swept away. I know I was talking about spoon theory, in this case plastic fork theory, but now I can't remember why I was talking about Little Squeak Jr. But I have down here in this cage, hey little guy, come on, come on, come on. Time for you to pay the rent. Yep. Because it's Bad Ears McGee. Good old Bad Ears McGee. He was sleeping, as most of my hamsters tend to do. Because they are, I think the term is crepuscular. They are active during the hours of dusk and dawn. So we're past dawn. So he was running on his wheel when I first got up. Now he's been sleeping. So I dug him up out of his bedding. And this is Bad Ears McGee. I call him Bad Ears because paradoxically he keeps his ears tucked tight to his head when he first wakes up. And only as he slowly wakes up does he let his ears puff out and become radar dish ears. It's paradoxically because Bad Ears would be big like Mickey Mouse ears, and he's not doing that, so that's not Bad Ears. How about that? Yeah, I've got a couple hamsters still left. I don't show many of them because I don't have many anymore. There's just a couple left. I have, let's see, I think it's either five or 6. I can't remember exactly, and I'd have to sit and count. And my brain is not functioning all that well this morning. I went to bed at about 1:30 last night. If you get less than 6 hours of sleep, it has a definite detrimental effect on your physical and mental health. When I go to bed, I'm usually up within 3 hours because I don't have proper pain control. And because of that, pain wakes me up within 3 or 4 hours. Yeah, I'm worried about the state of my health because not getting 6 hours of sleep or more a night, heart disease. So yeah, I don't want to die, which means I need to start sleeping, but I go to bed and pain wakes me within hours. I need cannabis for proper pain control, and I don't have enough money to buy enough cannabis. Yay. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab, because I'm going to thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. Now, I'm not going to read the comments right now. I'm just going to thank people for having left me a comment. Whether it was a good comment, a bad comment, or an indifferent comment, I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. That's the important part. Get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. Thank you very, very much. It is greatly appreciated. And it is a range of 20 to 25 because I count on my fingers in American Sign Language, but with my fibro, my alcoholism, brain damage, and my depression, I get lost so easy. So let us start right off the bat. Oh yes, and if I mispronounce your name, no disrespect is intended. My sincere apologies. Like Finding Mimo Kawaii Boy, Korean drama, is that you? Heck of a name. Thank you so very, very much. And Adam Blister, greatly appreciated. Neomass, thumbs up and thank you. Trenton Reese, greatly appreciated. Sparity, thank you very much. Lataro Ferrer, I sure hope I'm close. Thank you very, very much. Gaming with Purge Anarchy, thank you very much. I've come to enjoy finding your name in the comments. Thank you. Thomas Rogers, greatly appreciated. Viewer, son of a gun, thank you very, very much. Nicole Alejandra, thank you, greatly appreciated. Marco Boy 123 TV, thank you very much. Come to enjoy seeing your name in the comments as well. Chocolate Sailor, greatly appreciated. Chris Does Games, greetings and good morning. Michelle Lynn, thank you very, very much. Troy Straw, thank you. Rick Deckard, thank you very, very much. Steelcast Dreams, thank you very, very much. Bloody Mascara, indeed, thank you very, very much. It's good to see your new name. And Mika Mach 5, thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. Benjamin Hornisberger, thank you very, very much. And there is, ooh, Kechauwe, Kachawi? I have no ideas, but thank you very, very much. Derek Compton, greatly appreciated. Thank you very, very much. Paulo Carrera, thank you. Greatly appreciated. And last but not least, I hope I'm doing 25. I have no ideas if I'm even halfway accurate. But last but not least, Kyle Keller. Thank you all very, very much. As stated, you get me out of my head, into the real world, dealing with people. Thank you so very, very much. It is appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up. So, gosh, golly gee whiz. Yeah, there's always stuff that I want to talk about, and I forget what it all is instantly, the very moment that I turn on the webcam. Part of it is you have to walk through a house. You have to walk through a house to... I cannot talk clearly around my dentures today. I'm so sorry. You have to walk through a house to get here. The thing is, they have found with human beings, walking through a doorway blocks off what you're thinking about. It is looked upon as your brain as an end of one thing and the start of another. You can have a full thought of, I need to buy this, this, and this when you're going to a store. And if you don't write it down, you walk through the front door of the store. Your brain connects that as end of this, start of something else. If you're going, I need tomatoes, bananas, and rice, you walk through the front door, you're largely going to go, what do I need? I've forgotten what I need. And they have found that that's not just you. If you have that happen, it is a common thing. And they found that even virtual doors do the same thing. They hook people up to VR, have them walk through doorways and ask them questions. And walking through a virtual door was enough to blank out what people were thinking of right there, because it's the end of what you were doing there and the start of something new. Our brains are weird. And if you could check out my links down below, that would be awesome. Greatly appreciated. I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. If you could check those out, that would be awesome. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like any one of these beautiful, awesome people, that would be intensely, intensely awesome. I hate asking for help, but I need as much financial aid as I can possibly get. Thank you so much. Now, if you do not donate or you cannot donate, I take all good wishes, deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. Thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, that would be cool. I do appreciate all the positive validation I get for my existence. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool and greatly appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up on that. But I would understand if you don't want to. My personality has rubbed people wrong my entire life. If you don't like the channel, you don't want to subscribe, unfortunately, I do understand. But if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time, which about 19 years. Average lifespan of an American man is 74 years. I just turned 55 October of last year. I got a game channel. Well, I actually do have a game channel, but I have a reaction video and a game video coming up on this channel. If I don't fall asleep, something on my game channel. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And remember, you have inherent value, dignity, and worth. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Take care, and I love you all.